Oh my God, those are.
I don't know what you're snacking on, but I got raisins, bro. I'm going to tell you.
What is wrong with you?
You can judge me if you want. Raisins are one of the most underrated snacks.
By themselves, though, I can have raisins with something salty, like sunflower kernels or something salty.
Yeah.
Like a trail mix with raisins, not just plain raisins. Because all right, here you go. Like the white golden raisins or grape raisins.
Traditional grape raisins. I mean, don't get me wrong. The white golden are good, but just give me traditional. And I'm with you. I don't eat them. I like them plain, but I also prefer them. My preferred style is with a cinnamon, sugar, butter, and oatmeal combo, baked into a round disc called a cookie.
Oh, that's too funny. I was like, wait, where's he going with this? That's you got me.
Raisin cookies, bro. Heather just bought a massive cookie jar for our counter, and I said, if you keep that filled with oatmeal raisin cookies, you will have my love forever.
Dude, you literally had me building up like, man, what is he gonna say?
Oh, that sounds delicious.
I actually have a snack, and it is our traditional Mamba sticks.
Bro, you got the sticks.
Oh, this is like my 5th pack. Like I had a big one from Dillon's. They actually have different flavors now. They have
finding them because I have not found.
They're at Dillon's here. This one's at Dollar Tree. Jamie and I went to Dollar Tree, and I got these. So this one is these are 2 flavors in one. These are that's how they always are.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So this one has watermelon raspberry. Yeah, this one is a tropical one. The other one was the original, and they have 2 different kinds. They have a blue package and a purple package. And then I like the Tootsie Roll kind, like the ones that look like Tootsie Rolls, but they're not. Oh, hey, you want to see my Bert Kreischer hat?
Yeah. Oh, God, that's so good. Bobby, that's so good. That's good, dude. That's really
and
good.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like fold up one side and then put a feather on the other.
That is a Bert Kreischer hat. And do we have what? So what are you doing for your shirt?
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to go shirtless throughout the whole thing.
No, of course not.
But I think what I could do is like whatever shirt I decide to take off, I'll keep the other one like in my pocket, or like I'll get a fanny pack or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll put it in my cousin's purse.
You mine?
Oh, I'm good. That's yours. You got to build up for that one. But yeah, I got it off Temu for like $1.70.
Oh, the stupid app. Temu.
Oh, I mean, for $1.70, that's a good prop hat.
That's not a criticism of it. It's I just downloaded it and I'm getting sucked into the void, and I know like it's dangerous.
Another thing that I get something on there that I could use. That was like the throwaway thing that I got for free, right? These are little camera things, like attachments for my mics and cameras. Ooh. I got a whole bunch of these for less than $2, and they're metal. So cool. You can't go bad with that. It's pretty much a upgraded Wish almost.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you been up to, big guy?
Well, you know what? Today was actually a really cool day. I've been working on schoolwork and stuff like that, but we started the day before Casey went into work. I think I mentioned it here earlier on the podcast that Casey started a job working at Silver City. And he's been, working his tail off. He's had some busy days now. So he's kind of, and what he does is kind of tough because he's either really busy or really slow. There's no just like steady pace for him, and he hates it.
Which one does he work at?
Stay consistent. He's at the smokehouse, which is down at the bottom. Yeah. And he loves it. He enjoys what he does, loves his coworkers, totally loves the environment. He said the only thing he's struggling with is just that change of pace all the time. He said he said the fast isn't bad and he can tolerate it. He wouldn't want to do that all the time. And I said, just wait till like the holidays and stuff, bud, because it's going to get that way. I said, but the work is pretty good and he's liking it. So anyways, since school's out, he's been working basically not quite full time, but certainly more than 30 hours a week. And so he got his first paycheck from that. And after ending everything up, he hit his first savings goal that he set back in March when he started the job.
What was that?
Which was enough money to be able to buy his own PS5.
Oh, he got one, huh?
Yeah, he bought himself a PS5, man, and he was ecstatic, dude. So we got everything that we needed, and he was $1.66 short. So we covered the gap on that, but it was $500 and some for it. But so we got a headset. We got
stay away from Splinter Cell.
Right. No, that's why we have. Oh, bro, I can't even tell you. Like, honest to goodness, because of my own like stupidity with video games, that's why I discipline my kid the way I do as far as like screen time and things like that. Because I know what my idiot self did with screens and how just untethered I was.
So do you think that if you actually got disciplined that way, do you think you would have had a different organization about yourself?
I think I'd have a better self-control.
Oh, you don't have good self-control now? Or you mean back then?
I mean back then and now. I think I'd have a better understanding of what it means to deny instant gratification, which is kind of a hard.
What was your gratification though with video games? Because like you always had a thing for those first person like storyline games. I couldn't get into those. I was always online shooting, running and gunning and just killing people. But like, what was it? Was it finishing the game, or was it finishing the game quickly, or was it finishing the game in your own way?
It was, to me, it was discovering the story. It was always discovering the story. And because of that, it didn't have to be a certain type of game. I got into, as you recall, several different types of games. But
you pretty much stuck to those ones that had good stories for yourself.
Across the board, I always played games that had storylines an immersive storyline where you play a character. And it builds a world and things like that. So I guess for me, it's always been, and here's how I'd put it. I watched movies as a kid. I read books as a kid. I played video games as a kid. To me, they were all different types of immersion. Books make your mind create everything. It's truly open experience. Movies capture your eyes into a box and make you see things exactly the way they're designed to be seen. No other way. Now, you can interpret it however you choose, but you see it exactly the same way as everybody does. And that's an incredible thing. A unified sight. And then, of course, with video games, what changes with that is it's an immersive experience. It's something not just immersive, but interactive. You engage with it. You're not just reading a story about a character and placing yourself in. You're not just watching a movie about a character and visualizing yourself in that place. You're actually playing as a character, and your decisions change the landscape of the game. Most famously in things like the Fable series. I would say you see it in Breath of the Wild. But I love games that really make your choices interact with the world around you. Almost in a sense that in the ways that they imitate the effects that our choices actually have. Which is,
do you remember that time that you were playing Zelda and you were trying to figure something out? It was when you had the Wii. And I was just over there just chilling, right? Watching you like I used to. Now,
forward, baby.
Right. And we were like, I think we were probably mid-20s. And we were
No,
just
early
chilling. I was
20s.
just
Early 20s.
no. You were already dating Heather, and I believe you guys might have even been married.
That's why I said early 20s, bro. This is
Right.
I moved back to Missouri at 24.
For real?
So that's early 20s. Yeah.
Oh wow. Well,
Yeah.
that's also mid 20s.
I moved back to Missouri at 24. I was in the
Okay.
house for a year at 23.
And that was just a guess. I really honestly didn't know how old. I knew that we were well out of high school, and I believe you had graduated. I'm not 100% sure, but we were chilling at your house, and you were trying to figure something out. And I said, "Hey, how about you try this?" It was like blowing the sand to try to find these coins or something like that with the new Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
I had never honestly played Legend of Zelda or any Zelda game, and I was like, "Hey, why don't you try this?" You're like, "No, that's not going to work." And then you're like, "Wait a minute." You're like, "Oh my god, Bobby, how'd you figure that out?"
It was stupid because I don't remember exactly what it was, but it had something to do with moving the sand away. I haven't played that game in years, but yeah, no, I was stuck on this particular area for like 10 minutes trying to solve it. Yeah, and you were like, "Well, just try this," and I was like, "That's not going to work." Well, why wouldn't it work? Hang on. And then I tried it, and it worked, and I'm like, "Damn it, Bobby."
And I was like, dude, I had no idea what I was doing. Oh, got a new energy drink a couple days ago.
Yeah.
It is the new Kill Cliff Elk Blood energy drink.
What?
It's called Elk Blood because it's a hunter by the name of Cam Haynes and Joe Rogan teamed up and made this CBD. It's elk blood because he hunts elk and that's what he's known for, but it's spicy cherry. So it's cherry with a hint of jalapeno. You know that's the pineapple one that you tried while I was down in Kansas City?
Yeah.
Exact same thing, only cherry.
Okay.
And it's solid. I've got a couple guys at work thinking I'm actually drinking elk blood in a can. So they're like, what?
That does, I mean, that would be my first thought.
I just went with it just to see their reaction. They're like, man, you're like a real man, aren't you? It's like, yeah. V8 ain't got nothing on this.
How many portions of your protein is that?
I don't know. Do you think blood has protein in it?
No, probably. Gosh, what would it be? Fat? No.
Carbs?
No.
I mean, high blood sugar. I mean, I bet you it probably. I bet you it probably has. I bet you it probably has a little bit of everything in it.
I'm looking it up. It's mostly water, isn't it?
We're gonna learn something on here. Now, is it water or is oxygen?
Plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets.
Platelets is the oxygen in it, isn't it? It's what passes the blood around. I'm not a scientist or nothing.
Yeah, it's plasma.
Okay, so plasma would be what you'd have to look up to see, like if it has calories and whatnot in it.
Yeah. Well, hang on. What's coconut milk? Because what I understand is in a pinch, you can use coconut milk as a replacement blood transfusion.
Where the heck did you learn that?
TikTok, bro.
Oh my Lord.
TikTok taught me.
See, I don't learn very much. I learned how to cook meat. Like that dude that smokes meat. Oh man, he makes food look 10 times better. That
I love all the different categories that I find on TikTok. It's fantastic.
I've sent it to you a few times. I'm trying to think of the dude's name, but like he said, he did candied bacon BLTs. Did you ever see that one?
I got that one. Yeah.
His name's something Reed. We gotta shut this dude out.
That recipe of that.
Oh man,
bacon. That looked good. That sweet and spicy.
Barbecue users.
What'd you have for dinner tonight, Bobby?
Well, I had Taco Bell. I had a couple tacos with a burrito, but at 9:00, the wife and I are going to run over to Applebee's for their half-priced apps.
Very nice.
I think it's something Reed. BBQ Reed.
Barbecue Reed.
Oh, dang. Here, Malcolm Reed.
Malcolm?
Lord, that dude makes food look so... It's like, what was that? Rachel Ray. She made food look so much better than it probably was. Ooh, hey, I came up with an idea, by the way. We can do this real quick since that way we won't have to worry about being cut for time.
Let's hear it. Oh yeah. I'm so excited.
I don't even remember what
do it?
pictures I put on here. All right, so I put I think 4 pictures. 2 of me, 1 of just you, and then 1 of me, you, and Jordan inside of this slide, and we'll just make a meme about each picture.
I love it. This is going to be so fun.
Oh, I remember what the first one is now.
Yay! This was one of my favorite pictures of us, dude. We look so corny.
Right, but what would the meme be?
The meme would be, no. Okay, all right. Hang on, JD. Careful. I have to be careful here.
Jordan's not here to redeem himself, so like we have to like really dig into everything about it.
I know.
I guess you'd really have to know like the layout of our church back then to really know where that's at. And they don't even have right.
Yeah.
It's like taking a bath, but it's like, not everybody would know that. So, but if you're looking at it, it is a picture of Josh, Jordan, and I in our Letterman's jacket up on our, like, we literally had to like balance ourselves up here to take this picture.
I'm standing on a step, and then I've got my foot on a railing and I'm leaned forward on it. Jordan's also doing the same. Bobby is like in the empty baptistry.
No, it was full of water. You don't remember that? It was full of water. It was like behind me.
Then?
I'm like right on the lip. That's what I'm saying. That's the only spot.
Yes. Like on your tiptoes?
Yeah.
That's right. You are.
Because we had to walk around all like
that's why your hands are
like
so tight there. You're like
I don't like how my hand's in the pocket. But anyway, let's make a meme about this.
Okay.
Three's Company. Or the original Three's Company. That's all I got.
No.
Like you can't really like make, because this is like a pretty good picture. I mean, especially since you can't really see our face.
See, I definitely, I'm with you. I want to say something about it being in the baptistry just because that's funny.
Well, that, and I also, no, that wouldn't fit either. Damn, I shouldn't have picked this one. This was a bad one. It was just fun to.
This is good. I don't have anything appropriate. You know what I mean?
Oh, here we go. When you're not good at guitar and you really want to impress the girl at church. Like, how many people do we know that played guitar? A lot. None of us did.
Okay, so how about this? You're gonna have to know a Bible. Like it's very Bible specific, but I think it's good. 3 in the fire. Will you be our 4th?
What verse is that?
Or no. See, it's okay. There's you could do it as a pickup line, or you could do it like as super cheesy Christian. Either way, you do 3 in the fire.
So we were kind of like on the same.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
All right, so we were kind of on the same track with like a pickup line in a way. Like,
well, I was actually going off of yours because I liked the idea of it being a pickup line. So I was like,
like how ironic would that have been if we had an acoustic guitar in the background?
But then, yeah, man, I just like I was thinking, brothers on the field, brothers off the field.
Yeah.
Which is, it's like cheesy, but like it's like to the Christian community, like they get how corny it is, and it's supposed to be funny because it's corny.
If people from Crossroads watch this, they will understand it.
I hope so.
Before we move on,
did
you get the message from Mike?
I did. I'm pumped about that.
Okay, so yeah, next week we'll have well, not next week necessarily. We'll work something out. We'll see what happens, and hopefully we'll have one of our other good friends from back in the Disney on here. All right, here's slide number 2. Now, don't hate me for this, okay? I was trying to have fun with it, and this one stuck out like a sore thumb. All right, here we go.
No, I love this one, dude. This one has, I love this one. I want you to meme this though. I've had students meme this, by the way.
This was when you were in college, correct?
No.
No. When was this?
This was as a youth pastor.
For real?
Yeah.
There?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay.
I did this, I think, my second or third year here. We were doing fundraisers to help get students to CIY. That was the year we were raising funds because we had 50 students go. It was insane. It was insane. So I kind of did a bunch of different like tiered things. And one of the things was to that if we had raised, I think it was over $4,000 at our garage sale, I would dye my hair pink. And we did. We raised like 40 yeah. I think, or maybe it was over 3,000 and we raised 3,500. So
that is the pinkest shade of pink I've ever seen in my entire life.
Was
first of all,
awesome. We got that from Hot Topic. We bleached my hair. And when I say bleached, man, I mean, and Heather will vouch for this. Whatever bleach we used, either I am sensitive, which, some people on this podcast claim that I am. I don't know why. But either I'm sensitive or this stuff was burning for real. And I mean it because like my scalp was burned.
I believe you.
Burned. After 40 minutes, I couldn't take it anymore. I made him wash it out, but it was bleached. And so we went ahead and dyed it. And yeah, it turned this just hot pink. It was insane.
Now that you've brought that up, I have my meme.
Okay.
Putting the sin in sensitive.
Oh my God.
However, if you guys are watching this, put what you would meme this as.
Now, how are they going to? Well, okay, if you're watching
the YouTube comment, if they're watching it on YouTube, put it in the comments on how you would add this. What you would add to this to make it your meme. This could be fun if people actually comment this time.
Bobby, you gotta throw these on to the Facebook group. And
okay, well, I just saved them on my computer, so I'll have to go back through and save them on my phone to share them.
Cool.
So yeah, we can put these on there, and we'll try to make memes out of them as we go.
Love it.
Putting the sin and sensitive.
Oh my!
All right, so and this is just because it's not fair if I don't add in my pictures.
This is.
Now, here, I'll give you the premise behind the background behind this picture. Okay, Jamie and I were invited at the last second to a Halloween party in Wichita. We stopped at Walmart. I got a pink sweater, some gray sweatpants, a cotton ball, and these ears. And we met up at this. It was a costume party at a bar, and this is what I went as. Right off the whim. And I entered a contest at the bar, and that's when the guy across from me made my teeth out of paper towels.
All right. Are you ready for my meme title or for my meme for this?
Yeah.
Hang on. What's the name? No, I didn't just lose his name. Oh, come on, JD. It was somebody.
Do I know the name?
Yes. Yeah, it was an actor.
Oh, from A Christmas Story. I don't know his real name. I know his character name
either, but I can't. I was trying to say it.
I'll just get it.
The kid from A Christmas Story, all grown up.
Have you seen the new Christmas Story, by the way?
Oh man, no, I have not. I did not get a chance to watch it yet.
Solid one. It was solid.
Alternative is the Easter Bunny in his best Urkel voice. Can I do that? Oh gosh, what else might I? How might I?
Christmas Story characters.
This is a good one, bro.
Ralphie. You're talking about Ralphie.
Yes, Ralphie's mugshot. That was what it was gonna say. Ralphie's mugshot.
Ralphie got into Grandpa's cough syrup.
Easter.
All right.
The Easter bunny. Y'all see any of them crystal eggs?
Whoa. We're talking about. All right, here you go. Here's the last one, and it is one. And when I put it on here, I was like, all right, I got a perfect one.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Hang on.
He's trying to come up with a meme.
So, new rapper alert. Cons Oz.
Huh? Cons Oz?
Yeah, like Flo Rida.
Ah, okay. Cosnaz. All right, here's mine.
Cons
and I was
Oz.
right when I put, and that's my name, so right? Cosnaz. Oh wait, no, I thought you were putting my name into it. I was like, oh, that's catchy.
Cons Oz. Kansas.
Gotcha. Okay, Kansas. Yeah.
Like Flo Rida.
Gotcha.
Florida.
All right, now I got it. I was like, wait.
Oz. But I like it if you do Cons Oz, because then it's like Oz, O-Z, like the land of Oz, like the Wizard of Oz. Yeah. Cons Oz.
When I put this on here, I was like, oh, I got the perfect one.
All right.
And since tomorrow is Father's Day, why get your dad a tool when you can get a whole toolbox? Because that is a tool ass chin strap. That is the worst facial hair I've ever seen on me. It's bad. How old were we there? You got married in 2011, right?
2011.
Jesus.
Yes, sir.
13 years ago, bro.
12 years ago.
12. Well, wait. 2023, October will be 13, right?
October will be 12. Good math, though. I remember now why you scored so low on your ACT.
No, my math was the highest. Don't forget.
Bobby, what was your math?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, don't be like.
I honestly don't know what my math was. I just know what my total score was.
I can still say low, even if it was still the highest, Bobby.
Yeah, nobody's judging here.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying. I said what I said, and I meant it.
And so did I. I'm not a mathematician nor am I a scientist.
I love you. Those are good.
We got to get some better pictures.
One, dude. We got to find some. I love that you found an old one of us. We need more old ones of us. Get out. I actually found one in the circle, and me with my car stuff.
I've got all those. I got all those.
I know you do.
I got this one that I didn't know that it was actually on your Facebook, and it has me with like a mullet, and I'm doing this with a dip in. You can't hardly make it out that it's me, but I know it's me because I remember taking the photo.
That's funny.
And I think it was either Taking the City or COY. I can't remember.
You had a dip in at COY. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's because we're cool kids, right?
Oh yeah, you were the cool kid.
Well, hey, I didn't bring any good snacks for me to snack on, like our sponsor of the podcast, Primal Beef Jerky.
Dude, do you know how? So okay, I the good side is, I've still got beef jerky here that we're selling that's doing great. Oh my goodness, it's so good. So I've got access to it, but I do have to admit the fact that I'm almost completely out of sticks.
Yeah, that scares me. Like, okay, I'm out of sticks, and if I was down, like when I was down to my last package, like it made me worry a little. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Because what if the next batch tastes? I mean, because they were still working on the recipe then, so I wonder if the next batch is going to be even better, or if is it going to be? Because the peppered, I really hope he does not change the peppered like beef sticks. They're the best.
Oh, I'm ready for more. Tell me he's got another sample batch that needs to go out. I need more.
I don't know.
Whoa, come on, brother.
I don't know.
Hook us up. How do we work that out?
Josh will do like a catwalk dance for you on here live on YouTube.
We could arrange some sort of public humiliation. I'm not afraid to be ashamed.
Let's see if we have any background music. We can get this going, Bo.
Oh, we're doing it right now?
No,
I don't think Bo's agreed to this. I don't even know that he wants it.
no. I just don't know of a good song that I could actually daydream in. Would that be a daydreaming type song?
I don't think anybody's daydreaming about me. I promise you. They might be daydreaming.
How would you
about
start it
my
out?
food.
If he said, "Give me a catwalk," how would you start this out?
I mean, I would of course throw my shoulders back. Stand a little taller. I am 6'1", kind of fat after all.
You got to slap that tricep.
Ooh, yeah. 6'1", kind of cut. Oh, okay.
All right. But hey, yes, Primal Beef Jerky is a sponsor of the Chubby Buddies podcast. And all you have to do is go and visit www.feedonprimal.com. And while you're in there and you got your cart full, at least try all six flavors. If not, get what you think you're going to like. But once you do that, add in our promo code. Josh, what's the promo code?
CHUBBY. That's Chubby.
And it's going to save you 15% off. And if you hit the threshold of $50, you're going to get free shipping. So if you use the 15% off and you've reached that $50 cap, it is the equivalent of almost one whole free bag of beef jerky. And you can't go wrong with at least.
That's what you should use for your free bag.
Spicy. Sweet and spicy.
I mean, sweet and spicy is not bad. But bacon jalapeno.
Get one you probably wouldn't pay for. If you have all 6 flavors and you've met that cap, add in one more with the promo code. That's one free bag. Get one that you wouldn't pay for. Whatever flavors.
Catch yourself off guard. Go with a teriyaki.
Yeah. Shock yourself like it shocked me.
Oh, you'll be amazed.
Same with the hot, because I was expecting
there would have to be one flavor that's like, ew. There's not.
Like, if he could change the name of one flavor, it would be the hot, because it's not really hot. It should be called bite. It's got a bite to it, not heat. It's got a bite to it.
I also would change it, but I wouldn't change it to bite. I'd change it to kick.
A kick.
I'd say that's its best part. It's got a kick to it.
And so does the teriyaki. Like, if you eat enough of that teriyaki, it's got a kick / bite to it. And it's not a bad spice or a bite to it. It's like you're thinking teriyaki and you're thinking going to be too sweet, which it's not. It's perfectly balanced between sweet and salty.
I think I'm usually expecting teriyaki to be too tangy because of the soy. But for whatever reason, their teriyaki is just. I mean, it does have the tang of teriyaki, but it's not
an overwhelming tang.
Yeah, it doesn't overwhelm you.
It's almost like if original had a bite or had a kick to it. So if you take a bite of the original and it's got something else with it.
I was on the road the other day and was traveling back from school for my master's work. And so I was grabbing road snacks, like an 8-year-old with $100 bill at a gas station, because that's how it's supposed to be done.
Guilty.
But weirdly enough, I was actually in like this weird little not a gas, it was kind of a grocery store gas station hybrid. And they had a bunch of beef jerky on clearance. It was Old Trapper. Oh. And I was like, what? Jerky on clearance? What? Let's go. Okay, I'm going to get it. Bro, I bit into the first stick and was like, oh, what is it? And I was like, is it just old? Is that what the problem? No, like it wasn't expired or anything. It just.
So I was on discount.
I'm spoiled. Huh? It was clearanced. It wasn't old, it wasn't expired, but it was clearance because nobody was eating it.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, ugh. But
speaking of stores,
bro,
you didn't see Primal in that store, though, did you?
I didn't, which is sad because that's not that far from the Kansas border. So let's go.
But that Primal is in over 400 plus stores ranging across 5 states.
I do. And that's stinking cool. I just want to see, like, do they have a map or anything showing where they're at? I'd love to see that.
I don't believe so.
I'm sure they could probably put that together eventually. But
I wonder how many countries have bought Primal.
Oh, that'd be fun to find out. What all countries?
Bo, if you were listening to this, shoot me or Josh a message letting us know how many countries you've mailed to, because that would be cool.
Do you have any customers? Yeah, what kind of customers do you have from out of the country?
And they don't have to be purchased ones that you just sent like a care package to or whatever. Anything that you like can say that, yes, my name is on that stamp and it has Primal next to it. Where have you mailed to? Georgia, isn't that its own country, right?
Yes.
The country of
Yeah.
Georgia.
Georgia is
Okay.
a state and a country.
Yes. The only reason I know of the Georgia thing is because I just got done watching a movie that we'll talk about later. But I was like, wait, did I say that right? I didn't know if it's Jorja. But no, that is www.feedonprimal.com. Use promo code Chubby. They can also be found in 400 plus stores ranging across 5 states. That's Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. Shout out Bo and Devin over at Primal.
Bo, Devin, you guys make great jerky. Keep it up.
Right. All right. Where did that go? I had a thing here, and I don't want to use this one yet.
He doesn't want to use it.
Not yet.
Use the blue screen while
Yeah.
we talk sports.
Talking sports.
So what's new in the
did you
sports
see?
world?
Well, did you see that Ray Lewis's son passed away?
What? No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was real or not, or if I was just seeing stuff because this was early in the morning. So I didn't know if you also saw it.
I have.
They hadn't given out. They haven't given out specifics to it yet that I know of. Ray Lewis II died June 15th of 2023. He was a prospect. Well, I guess he had served he went to 3 different colleges so far. He went to Miami.
Sure.
Played at another team in Florida, and then he was currently playing at another college.
So what happened?
See what happened to Ray Lewis III. Ray Lewis III died Thursday at age 28, the son of former Miami Hurricanes and Baltimore Ravens Pro Football Hall of Fame linebacker Ray Lewis. The younger Lewis played for his father's alma mater for 2 seasons. According to a police report obtained by the Associated Press, Lewis died of a suspected overdose.
Oh, man.
So
that's gut-wrenching.
I mean, I am not a father, but I couldn't imagine what it would be like to lose a child before. Obviously, he was taken way too early, but he hadn't even lived his life. I mean, he was 28, so I mean, he lived part of his life, but not enough to where you can say that you've lived life, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But Ray Lewis, thinking of you, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I doubt you'll hear this, but
praying for you anyways.
And he was a running back, I do believe. I didn't ever click on any further, but he was a running back, I do believe. I mean, he's got, I think, 3 sons, and 2 of them are named Ray Lewis. So
after review of the episode and looking at the different trophies, I think I'm going to have to agree with Bobby.
What's that?
That it is
the Stanley Cup?
Stanley Cup that is the coolest of all the trophies.
And why is that?
Just I agree with you. That policy of the fact that first off, I loved. He's like, you can hug it, you can kiss it, but if you feel the urge to lift it, you got to go win one yourself. And I was like, that's such a cool line. That is,
and that was my argument, is that it's not necessarily the trophy, it's the, I guess,
right, it's the culture around the trophy.
It's what they've made the trophy into.
Right. And who's to say, like if you're talking like just appearance, that's one thing. But when you're talking about what's the best overall trophy, I agree with you. Culture has to be a factor in that. And that is by far the coolest trophy culture.
And it's been around since like 1890 something, I think.
That's so cool.
And did you know that each layer of the Stanley Cup gets the very base of it with all the dates and teams that have won it gets moved up to the next tier every so many years. I think he said it was 13 years, if I'm not mistaken. So like the base one gets moved up to the middle and then so on. So every 13 years it gets moved off until it gets taken off and put into the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Huh. That's crazy.
So I think every Stanley Cup has 100+ teams on it that have won that Stanley Cup before they actually get rid of one of the layers, like a cake.
Dang.
It's just something cool that like you can't ever say that you've experienced unless you've experienced.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very unique piece of Americana for sure.
Oh yeah.
And I like it.
Sure.
And they say America doesn't have culture. We got plenty of culture.
What was that started in America there, or was that Canada?
Hockey?
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
think it was Canada.
I may have just done the American thing and hijacked Canada's stuff.
Yeah, we don't have
Sorry,
everything
Canada.
cool. But I do want that job. I would love to have that job. But I think the
Yeah,
Hockey
that's a
Hall of
pretty
Fame
sweet
is in
gig.
Canada. That's why I said it.
That's a pretty sweet gig.
Like, if you could have any job in sports other than, like, obviously an athlete, maybe on the coaching staff. I mean, there's not many other jobs that have that, I guess, role entailed to it. Because not only do you get a party with that trophy, you're in charge of that trophy. And if something happens to it, you could also go down with the treacherous history or news report that goes down with it too.
No, but let me be clear and let me officially put this into the zeitgeist, like out there in public. I do have a dream NFL job. And if it ever becomes a possibility, please reach out to me. I will say yes to the job.
Chaplain?
Yes. Let me be the Chiefs
for any
chaplain.
team? What
For
about
any team, yes. But for the Kansas City Chiefs, yes. Lamar,
do you
reach out
think
to
that's
me,
a volunteer
please.
job?
No, it's not
I
a
think that's
volunteer job. But what's cool about it, it's not a paid job through the Chiefs. It is, however, a ministry provided to the Chiefs by several different organizations who pay people to be chaplains to the Chiefs.
So does that money go to that person or to that church that he comes from?
To the individual. Like they pay him a salary, basically.
Oh,
but it's
okay.
organizations that pay the salary of the chaplain, not the Chiefs organization. It's nonprofits that pay it.
Which is probably better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Because think about it. Like the role of a chaplain shouldn't be financially compensated by the organization that they serve. Otherwise, then they're being paid to like be a pastor, and that doesn't work. Like
It doesn't work for an organization.
Hang on. I can't say that because I work in a church and I'm paid to be a pastor. So I can do that, but the Chiefs are not a nonprofit organization, whereas a church is a nonprofit organization. So in that sense, they couldn't pay a person to be a chaplain, whereas a nonprofit can because that's their purpose.
Okay, so if you couldn't be a pastor
out there at CA that are like, hey, we're looking for our next guy to be chaplain.
So you pretty much have to apply through that nonprofit organization then, right? Or do you have to apply?
I assume so. I either apply or like come up through that organization. I would assume some of them like are part of FCA for many, many years.
That's a reachable goal, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, really, how do they figure out, like, they don't have, like, a gameplay for, like, them to go watch and see what you've done or nothing? I mean, that'd be funny, though. Like, you could make one of those. Like a game or a highlight reel of your...
highlight reel for myself? How does that work, Bobby?
Well, no, I'm saying, like, you go back and you find out, like, your best teachings that you find to be, like, ones that, like, get the point across, and you just send that into the organization and be like, this is why I think me being the Chiefs...
I love it.
Chaplain would work.
My 10-minute highlight reel of just
do TikToks of it. Just do TikToks of it.
Done. I like it. That's what I'll do. I'll just start a TikTok channel. This is my campaign to become the next chaplain for the Kansas City Chiefs.
And then you're like, and then if one of the other 31 teams wants to reach out, I'm not going to steer away from you.
Right. Yeah. It's like I'll be chaplain for anybody, but I'm Chiefs first and foremost. So.
All right. So now going back to trophies, what would you do differently to the Lombardi Trophy? No, to the Lombardi Trophy to make it have the same appeal as the Stanley Cup does now to you? Like, what would you like? Would you do like the touring of the trophy? Let players check it out.
Well,
like,
first thing I would do is I'd beef it up, because that is one thing that disappoints me about our trophy. It's a football on a stick, man.
Or is it a T?
A pillar.
Oh, pillar.
A pillar, whatever. Okay.
Oh, it's supposed to be that placeholder that holds the top of the ball? Is that what it's supposed to be?
No.
That arm for field goal kickers?
No, I don't think
so. Practicing? Oh, really? I honestly didn't know what it was.
No, I think it's just supposed to be like a pillar.
So what would you design it as? If you could redesign the Lombardi Trophy, what's the first thing, not just beefing it up, what's the first aspect about it that you're going to change to make it look beefier? It's the Super Bowl trophy, so I'm thinking bowl first and foremost.
Yeah, first and foremost, I think you make it, it's got to be rounded off like a bowl. I think you need to incorporate like the football element of it. So I would say the bowl should be more like a stadium bowl.
Yeah, like a enclosed like dome or arena.
Well, I don't even know that it would necessarily have to be enclosed. I could see open air, and I would contest open air because have you seen the pictures of the new rings?
The new Chiefs Super Bowl.
Yeah, the new Chiefs Super Bowl rings, and when you pop open the top, it's got the quote from Lamar Hunt: "Arrowhead is my favorite place in the world, or favorite place on earth." Right. So, in my opinion,
I think he lives there during football season. I think they have like somebody told me that inside the stadium they actually have a living quarters for.
That wouldn't surprise
the
me.
owner
For the owners.
That's
well,
so
whatever the case is, I would design it more so with a stadium concept, bowl design, and then I think ultimately. See, that's the thing. I don't know where you go from there in bulking it out downward.
Right.
Because part of me looks at it almost like it's always a battle to the top. So I almost kind of want to put that bowl on top of a mountain and have like just the different teams across. But that doesn't really.
Then you might get the wrong idea because everybody thinks that like, oh, Colorado is the place to go then.
Well, and that's why I was going to say, like, it doesn't really fit with football specifically. But I do think the top I would have be more of a bowl shape, more of a football stadium design.
Or a helmet that has a bowl inside of it.
Maybe, I guess.
Like the old bean dip helmets that used to be able to get. Yeah, I'm still on that.
Oh, that's funny.
Eat some bean dip out of that sucker.
You're ridiculous.
Hey, but like, you know how like the helmets, like for some colleges and also NFL teams, they put the sticker on their helmet. Like if they reach like so many tackles for a season, those stickers would be the team that wins, and you just cover that helmet. And when that helmet gets to capacity, you put that helmet in the Hall of Fame.
I don't hate that idea. Like a giant helmet that has.
And you can pick it up by the face mask, and you're holding that up on the podium when they give away the trophy. Screw the football, man. Spike that thing and get that helmet up there.
I could see that helmet. Helmet would be cool because then you could also put it on too.
Right?
You'd have to change the name though. You'd have to change the name of like.
Ooh,
like it doesn't really
fun.
Super Bowl trophy like Lombardi. I guess Lombardi Trophy doesn't have to change. Just
Lombardi Trophy
in the design, but it just doesn't really fit that Super Bowl theme that we were talking about.
But But that's what I was thinking of to beef it up. Was you want to make it a bowl, or could we do it the helmet that also opens up on top? Like it's got like a little, I don't know, a stadium inside of it.
That's baller, dude. That's intense though. Like you're like.
But you're trying to top the Stanley Cup, and it's so hard to do, and you have to be so original with it.
But part of the thing about a trophy, though, is it has to be classy. It has to be simple.
Right. And that's what I like about the
top on this. You're talking about a helmet that cracks open and reveals a stadium.
No, I'm just saying like it has a stadium inside of it on top. It doesn't necessarily need to open up. It could be like a see-through thing.
Still
it's
pretty
constantly open,
dude.
But just to hold it up by the face mask at like this at the trophy giveaway after at the end of the Super Bowl. Oh, there's got to be nothing but holding a trophy up's going to be great no matter what. But a Super Bowl trophy that's a helmet and you're holding up by the face mask.
I do got to admit, if you did some sort of like crystal glass helmet with like inside of it had like a stadium or something like that. And like the mask was then like encrusted with gems or something cool like that. And
or
like
you take a face mask. You take a face mask from like all different teams, like their colors or whatever. Oh man, that'd be dope.
No, dude, this thing's got to be dosed with
crystal
jewels and stuff. So you
right.
still do all 32 teams, but you do it
but you
with
do their color
gems.
schemes.
Yeah, you do the gems
Right.
and the color schemes.
So like
right?
yours would be like the ruby red, and then you have green, and then you have blue. But how many teams actually have some of the close to the same colors? Do any of Atlanta Falcons and the Chiefs have red and black?
Hang on. What if, I love this, hang on. What if then the stadium inside, no, that'd be too small to do it there. I was trying to think of where you could put like the championship elements. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the little stickers that you could put on the helmet.
Yeah, but if we're doing like a transparent helmet,
laser engraving.
I'm telling you, find a way to be able to insert inside in the stadium some sort of it'd be too small to go with like seats or Ring of Honor banners or something like that. But having some way in the stadium to indicate each year the winner and the stat.
Well, you could do that. Each yard line represents one, right? Yeah. And then you go back down like a ruler, tick, 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 tick. You could do that on the field of the stadium if you're looking down at it.
Yeah, in theory.
Yeah. Man, why do we have this job? Like, why? Like, come on. I would love to do that.
Because one, we have no idea how to design it, and two, we have no idea what the budget is for that, and we would not plan at all for it.
Like, what kind of gems would you use to make the entire like trophy to start it off? It wouldn't be just like metal. It wouldn't be just wood. It would be a crystal of some sort, like a blood diamond.
I would imagine you'd use some sort of crystal. Get some sort of amazing artisan to design something.
Dude, to represent who wins that trophy, you replace one of the crystal stones out of it with the color of team that actually wins.
Hold up. So hang on.
Yes. Ball this sucker out. So like on the helmet, right? Like it's stoned out, right? Each little like notch inside of there is either empty or it has a stone in it. And every year that somebody wins it, they pull that stone out, replace it with the color of stone who wins it.
I don't hate that. My only issue is with that is like
we're just being far-fetched. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. But could you imagine like long term how that works out if it's the same helmet, but it gets to the point it's like there's no more space and you got to start knocking
retired
people
into the Hall of Fame.
Huh?
No, they retire that helmet into the Hall of Fame.
Fair enough. But still, I love how that could show like how much a specific team dominated a certain time.
Right, because it's going to look like almost like a graph system. Like you're going to see it like ticks on it.
You would see as you look at it, like, oh, that was the time that the Chiefs were dynasty.
What color do the Chiefs use? Do they use red or do they use a lighter shade of red?
That's the thing. I mean, if you're customizing this thing, you could create you could use synthetic stones and create something that's got a mixture of yellow and red together.
Because the red in those rings that they had that came out, that was dope. Because that's crimson red, right?
Yeah. There's some really cool stuff that you could do. I like the helmet idea. I don't hate that. It's pretty creative, Bobby.
All right. Commish, come on, man. Hook some brothers up. I mean, he wants to be a preacher for the Chiefs, for crying out loud. I would just love to like tour with that helmet. I would quit my job today. I would say, hey, I'm not coming in tomorrow to tour with this new statue for you.
I
Commissioner.
Can't quit today. Like I got to give my church about a month, but like I would be there. And I'll be there at St. Joe, like for like training camp, like already as a fan.
And you probably wouldn't even have to quit.
Want to like let me go ahead and pass through and start chaplaining? I'm down. Okay.
You wouldn't have to quit.
No.
You could still be a preacher in your church and still travel with the team.
I could do both.
And especially if they give you a private jet. Oh, come on, dude.
Bro, you must think how good of a life do you think chaplains have?
I don't know. The Pope has a pretty sweet life.
Not that good.
The Stanley Cup, I think, has its own private jet that it flies on.
Is it
What would
like?
you call?
Hang on though. Is it like the? Is it the Stanley Cup's jet, or is it the NHL's private jet?
I'm assuming that it's the only jet that the Stanley Cup travels on if it leaves. But which I mean, it's got to be traveling the world.
NHL's private jet.
That's possible. But what, like, you could name a jet after dude, that'd be so dope. That's like Air Force One. We're getting way too out of hand with this.
You're out of hand. You're out of pocket.
Well, yeah, I would love that job. I would love that job.
You know, we'll even stop trash talking you. You know, if you.
I didn't even boo you at the draft, big guy.
I did.
That's all right.
I definitely booed
I did not.
I did. It's fun. It's fun to boo you down.
I did, however, see that mistiming of the national anthem. Okay, I and everybody there saw that. Okay, I'm not blaming you.
That was so wild. Everybody turned back as the national anthem starts, and we're like, "Hey, look, Jets!" And they're like, "Quick, turn around!"
And all the snipers on the buildings. Oh man, that was wild. You didn't even. You weren't even paying attention to them. That was wild.
Yep.
So, what's been going on in baseball? Like, I think the College Men's World Series is going on right now.
I'll tell you what hasn't been going on in baseball.
You guys winning games?
The Cardinals winning games. That's for sure. The Cardinals pitching well. That hasn't been in baseball either. The Cardinals doing anything that shows that they might trade for a pitcher. That's not in baseball either.
When was the last time the Cardinals were last in that division? It's had to have been at least 5 plus 10 years, maybe.
No, it happens every year.
No, I'm saying finishing last.
Oh, finishing last?
Finishing last.
We haven't finished last in 8 years.
For real? I thought it'd be longer than that.
It may be longer. I feel like we had a fluke season about 8 years ago.
Which is okay. A fluke season is okay, but not.
But think about it. In the last 23 years, we've missed the playoffs maybe 4 times. And this is, I think, our worst season in the entire time I've been a Cardinals fan.
For real?
Dude, it's bad.
Even the year right after Pujols left? I thought they had a really bad season after that. Right after they won the World Series, Pujols left, and they just went on like a.
Oh, sorry. I was like, this is the year after Pujols left.
After the World Series that he won them.
You mean after he left to the Angels, not after he left?
Yes, not after he left goodbye.
Got it.
Okay. My bad. I should have been more specific.
I was like, huh? No.
So this would be 2 in a row. After Pujols left.
Shut up! You jerk.
It's all right.
What do you think? 2012
was a year that they were. Well, look at your sign that your mom got you. Look at that picture your mom got you. Do you have the hanging up? Oh, for real?
That's 2011. That wooden one? We won it in 2011. 11 and 11. And then we haven't won it since.
All right, so here's the year the Cubs won the World Series in 2016, right? Yeah. When we bought the house here, right? We bought the house. Your aunt's house was built in 1908. The same year the Cubs last won the World Series, okay? Now, here's my question for you. Since they were playing in Cleveland the day that they won the actual World Series, it was past midnight, which would have made it November 3rd. This is everybody says, what did it get posted in your newspaper? I was like, I don't care. When did they win the World Series and where were they at? The Cubs were in Cleveland. It was past midnight when they won in Ohio. And it was November 3rd in Ohio. November 2nd here.
So you swear up and down.
No, they won on my birthday. I'm just saying that they won on my birthday.
That's a heck of a way to break it down.
But how do you justify that? Did they win it in Chicago on the 2nd, or did they win it in Cleveland on the 3rd? What's the date for that? November 3rd, 2016, or November 2nd, 2016?
Dude, if the game started on November 2nd, then it's going to count for November 2nd.
It's hogwash.
It's hogwash.
That's a
Oh,
Kevin Guffey
man.
term, hogwash. But I do find it cool that the house was built in 1908, which was the last year the Cubs had won the World Series, and the year I bought it, the Cubs won the World Series in 2016. So I think that's pretty cool. I can live with that. I'll live with that over my birthday any day.
Yep. We won in 06 and then again in 2011. And then since then,
I think you guys went to the finals, your division finals once or twice.
Let's see. 2 World Series trips. Coming back. 2011.
And if you are listening or watching on YouTube, please consider hitting that subscribe button and hit that like button. And don't forget to leave us a comment or two. Been lacking on comments. We need some comments. Leave us something negative, something positive.
Yeah, 2016 and 2017, we missed the playoffs both years.
Oh, wow. But were you last in your division?
No, and that's the thing. I'm not sure when I don't know when the last time is we've been last in our division. And I'm not necessarily saying we will be last in our division now. I just don't like where we're at right now, and it sucks.
You're only a game behind the Cubs, I think, right?
We're 8.5 games behind.
Behind first, but I'm saying second to last is
we're
the Cubs.
5 games behind y'all, dude, and you guys are behind.
Real?
You guys are second to last. Yeah, we are playing like booty.
Because last week you guys were only a game behind.
I know. We're 3-7 in the last 10.
Yeah, but that makes the division still pretty close. If you guys are 8 games behind and the Cubs are 5 behind.
No, Cubs are 3 behind.
Oh, I thought you said they were, but you guys are 5 behind us.
Behind you guys.
That's still pretty close. I'm saying within the whole division.
Yeah, it's not the worst. I mean, there's plenty of teams that are doing way worse.
Right.
But comparatively, the Cardinals are not playing well. And what's worse, like I said, they're not showing any indication that they might trade for somebody. Which means they don't have any.
When's the deadline? Is that next month? July?
I think so. When is
I mean, they got 2 weeks.
I don't know. We'll see. But I'm nervous. I don't like the way they're playing.
It's really hard to succeed consecutively like that in baseball, though.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, it's a baseball team. It's a baseball town. We are good at baseball. So and we have a history of being good at baseball. So let's get it figured out and let's be good at baseball again. That's
I still have never been to that. I haven't been to that stadium, but I would like to go.
Oh, Busch Stadium's so much fun.
I mean, I still need to go to Wrigley before I go to Busch Stadium, I think. I would love to take a train ride there. Mamba sticks, man.
Get it. I need to get me some of those.
Dylan's has them. If I see some more, I'll snag you some. Mail them to you.
Cool. Appreciate it. You're the best.
But while we're on, while we're on that, let's holler at HCW. Why don't we? Another sponsor of the Chubby Buddies podcast.
Heartland Championship Wrestling. Y'all can turn that into they can turn that into a little zinger if they want. They can have that for free. Heartland Championship Wrestling.
Take it away, Joshua.
Oh, there you go. You can have that be. It's all yours.
Well, let's give the listeners a rundown of what's going on here.
Oh man, okay. So August 12th, 2023. You are not going to want to miss it. Summer Showdown live event. It's going to be at the Leavenworth local hotel. It's so fantastic, dude. It's
the hotel is awesome.
Yeah, the hotel's a great place to stay. They've got a bar there that you can drink. It's a great chill place. The show is gonna be top notch. He's got his whole crew there. General admission, I think, is $12. That gets you in at 5:30. But if you want to pay a little extra, 15 for the premium admission, that'll get you in about 15 minutes early, let you hit the shop early, let you hit lines early, let you get better seating, all that stuff. And you're going to want to catch all of the wrestlers early because it's always a phenomenal show.
And for first responders and I believe veterans, they pay a $5 cover.
Yeah, absolutely. Discount for all first responders. So make sure you let them know and they will get you that discount.
Shout out HCW. Whoa. Almost.
Do we have any specific matches to announce or do we not know?
I have not seen any on the Facebook, and I highly suggest going to check them out on Facebook if you want more specifics.
Yes, follow them on socials. That's where you get way more information than we can provide. They have wrestler bios. They have interactions. They post all that stuff and share it. It's very
and they drop different new wrestlers literally 3 times a week, I think. Now.
All the time promoting new guys. Definitely all the drama happens on socials. So if you want to keep up with the story between the events, that's where you want to follow along on socials. So that's where the good stuff is anyways. That's where all the smack talk is, and everybody can tell Red James to shut up because that's what Red James needs to do is shut up. So if you're listening, Red, shut up.
All right. I think he shouted us out and saying that it was a good that we were a good show. That's the bad thing.
Ah, that's
all right.
Sweet.
Sponsor Sunday I-70. Yeah, hey, here, I'll be able to tell you who gave us a shout out. This man, he thinks blah blah blah. You got Angel de Paz. Oh, there will be a nope. Not who I thought it was. But anyway, I was checking to see.
My Chunkla brothers?
I was going to see if they've posted any fight updates or anything like that.
They kick butt, dude.
But they've dropped new people every day this week.
I can't even pronounce it, but Ray Leon or Yipaz, I got nothing.
Yeah.
The Chunkla guys, they're so funny.
Ray Leon, so Giselle Tate, I think. Giselle. Here you go. Valencia y Paz.
Yeah, Valencia y Paz.
Drake Gallows. That's just a cool name. Kuda. Oh, is it Drake? What did I say?
Yeah, you said Drake.
Oh, okay.
Drake Gallows.
Logan Knight. Morgan, is it LeVay or Levy?
LeVay.
Oh, okay. And then you got Ricky Wingrave. That's another cool name. Axel Savage.
Yep.
I'm not even going to try this one.
Massive roster.
This looks like the guy that we were playing poker with. His name, it says his name is Psyman. Is that Simon?
Yeah, Simon. Yeah.
Okay, Simon Balasong.
Yeah, Simon Balasong.
Okay, gotcha. And then Jeff Mitchell, who is a referee, he was also playing poker that night.
All sorts of people, dude. They've got
a plethora of different people. It's wild.
I know.
Oh, and one and only Blade.
Good old Blade.
I do like his intro music. I mean, that's the only Marilyn Manson song that I can stomach. Is that bad?
No, not at all, because I can't even stomach that one.
I can actually get with that one. Can you tell me the name of that song?
No, I cannot.
Kill King 33, I do believe. It's just a catchy song for an intro, but I remember very distinctly, like we were in Amarillo at the show that you and I we helped with the whole security thing.
Yeah.
You know, like they got us to do it.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I remember his music coming on because I want to say he was like second or third match of the night. And he was coming out and like the song hits and he's from the area. And I hear this lady go, "Oh shit, that's my man." I don't know why I remember that, but I was like, oh man, these people really do love wrestling.
Bro, in Texas, wrestling is a whole nother thing, bro. And don't get me wrong, like Kansas loves it too, and they get into it, but not like Texas.
But does Kansas have a wrestling Hall of Fame?
And I remember how vividly they get into it, dude. It's
Do you remember when they tried to talk us into lowering the middle rope for what's his face to get into the ring? He was the owner's son. He said, "Hey, when he comes up, I want you to pick up the middle rope so that he has to crawl under the middle rope to get in." Do you remember him telling us that? It was supposed to be a part of the show.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I ain't getting slapped. especially if I don't know about it and I don't know the dude. Like that could be problems.
Yeah.
But shout out HCW, Billy over at HCW.
Go check out the show August 12th, 2023.
And if you are a local wrestler, I highly suggest reaching out to them. They have a school where they train professional wrestlers. So
if that's ever interested you, reach out to them. They will get you connected.
Highly recommend that.
Yep.
So last week we had a good deep discussion about several things in entertainment.
Ooh.
John Wick, Ted Lasso, and we tried to recast Ted Lasso. I think that would be fun to do another deep dive into. But I watched a movie, which it was part 2. I don't know if you saw the first one. If you haven't, I highly suggest it. This second one, however, had a lot of John Wick 4 vibes to it. The way they did some of the shots during the filming, like how you liked that overlooking thing.
Yeah,
They didn't do that, but they did a lot of movement while they were driving, riding on a train, doing all this crazy stuff. But it's called Extraction 2.
Oh,
Extraction 1.
Extraction, but I haven't seen Extraction 2.
Extraction 2 just hit last night on Netflix.
And you watched it?
Solid movie.
Okay.
I was impressed. For it being a part 2, you don't normally have high expectations for it, but it's a very, very solid made movie. For a Netflix, straight to Netflix. So I highly recommend that. And that's the movie that I watched. And they talk, the language in Georgia is Georgian. I think. I honestly don't know what it's called, but that's what they say in the movie. Georgian. Okay. I didn't know that. So you learn something new every day. What you been up to? What you been watching over there on the tubes or Netflix?
Man. Let's see. Heather and I are currently watching. She's a big fan of the Jonas Brothers, so we're watching Nick's wife Priyanka in her show Citadel on. Yeah, it's on Prime Video, and that's not been terrible.
Is she an actress or is she just?
Yeah, she's an actress.
I didn't know if she was a princess or an actress. I know that they had a crazy wedding.
I think she started in Bollywood. But I first started watching her in the TV show Quantico when that was on. She was the lead.
Wow. Oh, that's her.
She was fantastic. I loved her.
I didn't know that was her.
Yeah, that's her. Priyanka Chopra. And then now that she's married, she's Jonas.
She's been a few big movies too, hasn't she?
Yeah. She's not like unheard of, but marrying Nick Jonas kind of brought her into a much more popular. Although I would argue, like I said, she kind of got. I think
she's
pretty much gotten her own footing without being famous or anything. It's just marrying Nick Jonas is it's a multiplier marrying a multiplier kind of thing. If that makes sense, fame marrying
pretty
fame.
Much Jen Aniston marrying Brad Pitt.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Is I think they've quickly became one of those power couples in Hollywood kind of thing. So, which isn't a bad thing. They're
Jennifer
awesome.
Aniston in the 90s.
Yeah,
she marries Brad Pitt. Who was more popular in the 90s, Brad Pitt or her?
I would say you could argue both, depending on their respective roles. I would say you have to look at the box office for each year and decide which one.
She wasn't a movie star; she was a TV star.
Again, that's why sorry, I guess I shouldn't say box office, but contract numbers. Because she was making how much an episode? $1 million?
I don't even know. But I do remember a quote that I was watching. I want to say it was on the Steve Harvey show. Steve Harvey had I think he was talking to Denzel Washington, and Denzel Washington said it like this. He said, "You are a TV star. I am a movie star." He said, "That's a total different type of fame because people have to go to the movies." This was back in the 90s, of course. People have to go to the movies to see me. And I have to be good for them to come back to the next movie.
Right.
But he said, people like you, no shame against you or no shot against you. He just said, people can get you from home. They don't have to go out. You don't have to, show up every night or every movie like he does. I just like how he put it. No, because there's too much streaming.
I was going to say,
I think movie stars could be even bigger than actors, like movie actors. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Take Ted Lasso, for example. Like that show won more awards than any other show that was streamed, right. I think. So hopefully it's on its way up for like the writing to the writer's strike to end, because
Yeah.
I mean I think we're just going to get great things from that. And I think the biggest thing that's setting that back is AI, and that's what's scary, because AI scares the shit out of me. I don't know if it
Do you
does you,
think,
but it scares the shit out of me.
Do you think it'll take long to get this writer's strike resolved?
If they have the idea that they're going to try to keep AI out of it, I think they're shooting for something that's pretty much aimless. Like you're not going to prevent AI from getting out of all of Hollywood, which I think the big goal is. If they can, I guess, reason with AI and like mentally and take the AI is going to always be a part of something now, I think it could end quicker.
Okay.
Because I think that's the biggest debate is copyright infringement and stuff like that, but also AI writing episodes for TV. And that's, I guess, the biggest thing for writers, obviously.
Here, speaking of content we're watching and AI and creative things, another thing that just dropped to Netflix is Black Mirror. And that's one I love.
I've never seen that show, but I saw the when you glide over it, with your cursor and it starts to play. I was like, what in the heck is this? I'd never heard of it until I saw it. I was like, what?
Bro, Black Mirror's got some weird episodes, but it's also got some really, really good ones.
Like apparently from what I hear, each episode is a different movie almost.
Yeah. It's an anthology show, meaning each episode is its own separate show. But
so it's like Goosebumps.
Collectively, it basically tells the story of the dangers and downfalls of technology. And it's kind of a dark look at future tech.
Ooh, I don't know.
And it goes all sorts of different ways. But like most recently, and I loved the concept, there's an episode, the first episode in this season is called Joan is Awful. And conceptually, without giving anything away, the idea is a streaming provider has taken somebody's likeness and created a TV show out of it without their permission. Wow. And so and it's all AI generated and stuff like that. So it talks specifically about what you're talking about right now. And it's funny to me that this would come out on Netflix right as we're discussing things like the writer's strike, when this all of a sudden is quickly becoming relevant. So
I've never seen an episode of that, but like I hear nothing but good things from it. I just haven't ever been like,
not every episode is good, and I will be the first one to tell you that. In fact, the very first episode may make you not want to watch the show at all.
See, that's how I was with Breaking Bad also. Like, I don't know if you got into that. Breaking Bad, I would say pretty much the whole first season, I was kind of like, man, when is this going to pick up? And then I watched through it.
I hate saying it this way, but you have to get past the wife as one of the main characters. Once she gets moved to the back burner role, the show gets better.
Right. Yes, and I would also say that it has to do with.
I think it was always bad casting with her, or great casting, one of the two.
I think it was actually great casting because everybody. What was her name again? If she was
supposed to be hated, then she was greatly casted. If she was supposed to be appreciated and liked, then she was poorly casted.
I think both characters are supposed to have that hate-love relationship. I think at some point in time, you're supposed to hate Walter White, and then you were also supposed to hate. Right, but I think at some point you're supposed to hate him.
I liked Walter White at one point. I grew to despise who he became, and that was kind of the whole point of the story. And I get that, and I appreciated that. It was the descent into madness kind of thing. His wife, to me, never likable as a character. And I don't know if that's great casting or bad casting, because if she was written to be likable, they failed. If she was written to be unlikable, they did amazing.
I think you could look at it from different points, but I think that, like, did her character reflect how Walter White was becoming as a husband? Is that what her role was supposed to absolutely doing?
And the chaotic and crazy and like insane way she approached everything, like an aggressive way she approached everything, is exactly how I expected her to do it. She played her character well. I'm just saying the character itself, I didn't like the character.
Did you like her sister? Because I liked her sister.
Designed it.
I liked her sister, the klepto.
Yeah.
But Hank was also one of my favorites. I liked Hank, but I would say my favorite character out of all of the Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, is Mike.
Really?
Yes, he's my favorite guy. Just because he looked like after watching Better Call Saul, like he looked at everything from both sides, whether it was like the making money side, the business side, or the I guess pretty much
Give me
patron
Jesse
side.
Pinkman all the way. I love
See,
Jesse.
but I can't say that I liked him out of all of the like that series because Better Call Saul, like he's not hardly in it. Like he's got scenes in this last season.
Well, I haven't seen Better Call Saul. I have to admit that.
Okay, you have to watch that.
I've seen El Camino and I've seen Breaking Bad,
terrible.
but I haven't watched. But what, El Camino?
I hated it.
El Camino was not bad. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
One character that I wanted to jump into the screen and murder him myself is that dude that they pick up. The one that has him pretty much like chained away as his slave.
Yeah.
In El Camino.
Yeah.
Can't stand him. Can't stand him as an actor either.
Really?
And it's not because I hate him personally. It's that I hate what characters they make him play. Like in Game Night with Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
He was the creepy cop next door.
But like you loved him in Friday Night Lights.
Right. But that's not the character that if you wait, who did he play in Friday Night Lights? The show or the movie?
Oh, you better be joking me.
I never watched the show. I never watched the show.
Oh, okay.
I only saw the movie.
The show?
Never saw the show.
Yeah, he was the best friend.
Okay, I never saw it.
Friend.
At first, I thought you were going to tell me he was in the movie, and I was like, I don't think he was in that. All right. So, yeah, I haven't seen the show of Friday Night Lights. I've only seen the movie.
Well, gosh, man.
I assume you can't really tell the story any different.
That's his name, right? Jesse Plemons.
I don't know his name, but I know all of his roles as
the neighbor.
Like he was funny. He was almost funny without trying to be. Like him pulling that prank on them in the middle of it. Yeah. Don't worry. It's a spoiler. Spoiler by the way.
Don't ruin it. Spoiler alert.
I actually enjoyed Game Night. That was one of my favorite movies with Jason Bateman. And
it was funny, man.
Can you tell me the drink that he tries to get the bartender to make in that scene where he's like, let's test his knowledge if he's a real bartender. Let's order something that only a bartender would know. And she orders like a gin and tonic. And he goes, oh, yeah, we're a good one. And then he orders a drink. Can you tell me what drink that is?
No.
I think it's a Henry Wallbanger.
Oh, a Harvey Wallbanger?
Harvey Wallbanger, yeah. I've never had one.
Huh.
Weird. Have you?
No.
Like, no, but like, you know, they were like, hey, let's order something only a bartender would know.
Yeah, but it's like, who's even who in the last 40 years has ordered a Harvey Wallbanger? It's a good question.
I'd never even heard of one until that movie.
That's the point. It's a really old drink. So it's like, that's the joke, is like nobody, even a bartender wouldn't know what that is because it's not popular anymore.
Well, I think what's crazy is that the oldest drink is still the old fashioned.
Yeah.
Or a Manhattan, maybe. Oh, but anyway, last week I think you had said that you guys were you had just got done watching what was that one? Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
Watched that.
Yeah,
I have mixed feelings on the whole like superhero movies now because it's like you guys are dropping way too many for anybody.
Yeah, they're a dime a dozen.
To keep up. But I watched this short clip of like movie releases for Disney, and it was like the Avengers. They have 2 new Avengers coming out in 2025 or 2024. How can anybody keep up with that?
It just depends. I mean, it depends on how invested you are. I've been watching them. I mean, we've been watching them since the beginning. Like I have individually. And then I got my kids into them. And then I got our friend Alexa into them. So I've watched the Marvel series probably 3 different times.
Oh. I stopped
on top of just
too.
No, but see, it like I love it, and you know that. Like, even I didn't have comics as a kid, but I was a huge comic book character nerd, as in like I love cartoons of X-Men and Ninja Turtles, stuff like that. So
see, I was fine with it when they had Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, when they had
Andrew Garfield, when they had
Andrew Garfield.
Blade.
So yeah, no, I'm saying like when the movie started coming out, right? Like I didn't know Blade was actually
a comic book movie.
I didn't know that it was a comic book until way after. I've only seen like the first intro to Blade 1, and that's it.
I think
Where he goes into that.
I think that's the first
nightclub.
OG like successful Marvel movie.
Marvel movie?
Mm-hmm. Is Blade.
X-Men came out before that, didn't it? The original X-Men?
Did it? I don't think so.
I think so.
No, Blade was early
Marvel
90s.
movie. I thought X-Men also came out around the same time. The one with Patrick Stewart.
Hold on. 1998. And then let's look at X-Men. X-Men came out in 2000, baby. Blade was the first one.
Is that the first Marvel one, though?
Box office. Well, I don't know if it's the first Marvel movie, but it was the first successful one. It made 131.2 million in box office. So,
and that actually got. I can't think of any other movie that was Marvel. Not back in the day. Like, what's Hellboy?
Let's see here. I'm trying to see if they had done any other movies.
They were known for their TV shows, so Marvel. You would think that they would have had something, but that was also before Disney had them. And now Disney's just blowing it up.
Former Marvel Television.
All right, honest question.
Yeah.
Who is the best Batman?
Oh, that's tough, man. Hang on. Because, all right, are you asking the best Batman or the best Bruce Wayne? Or the best hybrid?
Who made the movie made you feel like you were watching a Batman movie the most?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale?
Yeah.
The only thing I dislike, because I just watched the newer that series of Batman during COVID. Never saw him before that. The only thing I despised of Christian Bale's part in the movie is the fake Batman voice.
The Batman voice. I knew you were going to say it. It's way too gruff. It's way too over the top.
What do you mean?
I'm Batman. Like,
what do you mean? You people.
What do you mean? Yeah.
We have to save Gotham. Let's go. Like that was it was borderline cheesy / very much acted. Like
I used to watch really poorly animated videos that were like, or also, did you see the bad spoofs of Batman? Like as if he were an idiot. I think it was like College Humor or whatever. But it's like Batman. Oh man, those are.
I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah,
I did watch.
It's like Batman, but he doesn't get that Talia al Ghul's like a bad guy, and so he's clueless to it. He's just like,
okay, yes, I've seen it.
What's going on?
Okay,
yeah,
yes, I've seen that.
Like, yeah.
I'll be honest with you. One of my favorite things about like what came out of the whole Batman thing, even since we were younger, I enjoyed watching Bat Dad. Jen. Like where he would just be like, that was one of my favorite YouTube channels, and the way that he made it so original, like just his little I think he was like the guy that made the dad joke popular before the dad joke got popular. Like, are you gonna eat your bootios today? And he would hold up bootios from WWE. You remember those?
Yeah.
He and those two got a divorce. Did you know that? They're just good friends now, but they're just good friends. And I think he's getting remarried because I was like, where is this dude's channel at? Because I don't see anything of it no more. But it was one of my favorite things to watch. It was like cat videos for lonely people.
Did you, so back to your original question, Batman. So Christian Bale overall, just because I thought he was a good hybrid.
He was a great Bruce Wayne.
I think the best Bruce Wayne, in my opinion, was weirdly enough, and you're probably going to think I'm an idiot for this, Val Kilmer.
No, that was going to be mine.
Like, I think Val Kilmer was the best of the Bruce Waynes.
If you look back at Bruce Wayne himself, he had glasses, and I think Val Kilmer is the only one that wears glasses as Bruce Wayne.
I think Keaton
Michael Keaton
be my preferred of the Batman.
My least favorite is George Clooney.
Actually, no, I take that back. After having watched it, Robert Pattinson.
Really? Is it that? I hear it's really dark.
It's dark. It's gritty. It's more detective oriented than anything else, and it's really well done. And I would say Rob Pattinson is my more favored Batman just because of the way they do the methodical, like,
would he have been better if he would have been in who directed this Batman, by the way? Was it the same one that did Keaton's?
No. This hang on, let me find it, because I remember reading about I remember hearing an interview from Rob Pattinson about making it and
so it wasn't the guy that did Nightmare Before Christmas in Beetlejuice. I'm sorry, that's passing my thoughts, but whoever directed that directed Michael Keaton's Batman was directed by the same guy that did The Nightmare Before Christmas and Beetlejuice. If Robert Pattinson's character was in that version, would it have been way better?
Ooh.
Like the very, I don't know, like almost caricature like people that were in it. Like everybody was all done up really big, like in a caricature, everybody's head's bigger than it should be.
Maybe
you know what I mean?
The problem is, wait, who's Batman?
Michael Keaton's actual the filming of Keaton's that Batman
with Penguin and all that.
Yes,
with having the
Tim Burton, that's the guy.
Visual elements of Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey, that would have been a masterpiece.
Okay, and then you take Christian Bale's and put him into Robert Pattinson's version.
So, yes, here's my flip side. I would actually do it the other way. I'd take Robert Pattinson, take his style of Batman and put it into The Dark Knight. And I think that takes The Dark Knight from a great trilogy to like God level trilogy. Sorry, not God level, but like great film level, like Citizen Kane level of filming. Okay, that's probably a little dramatic, but
yeah, because I couldn't have told you what Citizen Kane was until after that night we played Blockbuster.
It's historically considered one of the greatest films. I think that's just what like movie buffs.
The only one that I've agreed with that's actually said that was The Godfather. After I watched the TV show about The Godfather first.
Can I make an embarrassing revelation?
An embarrassing revelation?
Yep.
Sure.
Never fully watched The Godfather all the way through the trilogy.
Okay. So, I've never seen the third one. I've seen the first and the second one.
Pieces of 1 and 2, and I've never seen anything of 3.
Never seen the third one.
I've never watched.
No, everybody says not to watch the third. But this is what I think I've told you this before. I highly suggest you watch the show about how they filmed the first Godfather, about all the like loopholes they had to jump through. I highly suggest watching that and then watching The Godfather because you appreciate it more.
That's
because
on Prime,
of what they had. Paramount.
Or Paramount.
I think it's on Paramount.
Just watch the movie and then watch the show?
Well, if you've seen parts of it, right? If you've seen parts of it.
Well, I've seen parts of it, and I've grown up in a culture that
you understand
every 3 minutes.
You understand what the whole like backstory is in The Godfather, right?
Yeah, like I get the premise. I can quote parts of it, and I've never seen all of it.
Okay, and that's my thing. So I think that if you have an idea of what it's about, huh?
No, I'm just
and the thing about The Godfather is that you do have to watch it to understand what's going on throughout the entire movie. Like it's one of those movies, but it was made in 1970 something, 75 maybe. I don't know the exact year.
From what everybody said, pretty accurate.
and without using the word mob or mafia or anything like that in it, because of the mob where they had to film it. They actually had to get the okay from the mob to use, and they call it the family. That's all they do. I mean, that's the difference. But like the show really goes into it, almost how like I appreciate John Wick even more, even after I've heard why he did certain things that he did.
Right.
But this one, like they talk about things in the movie, and then when you go to watch the movie, you're like, oh, this is why they had to do it, because now I can see where they were coming from to get this shot, because the director was so OCD about how he wanted things about this movie. It was just that good. And in the original, like, I guess the movie of The Godfather that you haven't seen all of it, the director is actually, the woman that plays Rocky's wife in the Rocky Balboa movies.
Yeah.
Plays Adrian.
Yeah.
Her brother is the one that directed Godfather, and she's in The Godfather. She plays the sister.
The director's Coppola, right?
Yeah, and that's his sister, I guess.
Yeah, that's also Nick Cage's uncle.
Nick Cage. Okay, I have no idea.
What?
Is he still? I didn't know he's
Francis
related
Ford
to Nicholas.
Coppola?
Yes, but I didn't know that they were related. They don't talk about that in the movie.
Cage's uncle.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I would have never been able to tell you that.
You didn't know that?
No, they don't talk about that in the show. That's really the only time that I knew about what he was doing.
I can't believe you didn't.
That from that show.
His real name is Nicholas Coppola.
Yeah, I knew. Oh, that was his real name, not Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, his real name is Nicholas Coppola.
Wow. Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
I know.
Now you know. My super story show.
So, I guess we can call this an episode. We've been pretty consistent with the time. It's pretty good.
I agree. It's a good episode. Hope everybody liked it. Hopefully we've pointed you in a direction or two on what to watch or what to check out in sports and the entertainment world today.
And don't forget to leave your comments about the memes. Like if you're watching, let us know what you would put down as the meme for our photos, and hopefully we can get some better pictures.
Let's hear
it was just I did it at the last second. Yeah, that pink hair was wild.
Thank you guys. We appreciate you for listening. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like us.
Go and follow us over on the Facebooks. Then we are also able to be heard on all your podcast listening platforms.
At the Chubby Buddy Studio.
But I love you, buddy.
I love you too, man. Have a great week.
I will try.
All right.
And have a good happy Father's Day.
Hey, happy Father's Day to you. I know you're not a dad, but you're a granddad. And so that also makes you a spiritual dad in a sense. You're still shaping young minds.
I try to stay away from young minds so that way they don't learn anything bad.
You can only hide your terribleness for so long, Bobby.
I know. I love you.
I love you too, man. Have a good night.
Bye.
Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.